Hello, I'm Cameron Cruz, and today we'll be going over lessons 8 and 9 for end behavior. Content study lessons will include end behavior, how outputs of a function change as the input's value is further from zero, how to find end behaviors, rise and falls, examples of end behaviors, real-world examples of end behaviors showing us how to apply them in the real world, fun facts, just a little tidbit of information, and some video gameplay snuck in between. Some terms you may need to know for this lesson include leading coefficient, function, end behavior, and leading term. First lesson we'll be starting off is end behavior, lesson 8, part 1. I wonder, what do you notice about this function and this graph? Well, I'll tell you what I sure notice. It's that the trends are based off of the leading term. What does the leading term affect? Well, the leading term affects the rise and fall of the line. This all depends on whether the degree is even or odd, and if the leading coefficient is positive or negative. So if we had a degree that's even with a leading coefficient that's positive, we'll have a rise to the left and it will rise to the right. If we had a leading coefficient that was negative and a degree that is even, it would fall to the left and fall to the right. If the degree is odd while the leading coefficient is positive, it will fall to the left while rising to the right. If the leading coefficient is negative while the degree is odd, it would rise to the left while falling to the right. Here's some examples of this in action. First, we have the function y equals 2x squared. What do you notice about this function? I notice that it rises to the left and rises to the right, and this is because the leading coefficient is positive and the degree is even. That's why both of these lines trend upwards. What do you notice about this function and graph? Y equals 2x to the third. Well, I notice the leading coefficient is positive, and so it will rise to the right, and because the degree is odd, it will fall to the left. What do you notice about this function and graph? Y equals negative 2x squared. Well, I notice it fell to the left and fell to the right because the leading coefficient is negative and the degree is even. What do you notice about this function and graph? Y equals negative 2x to the third. Well, I noticed that it falls to the right and rises to the left because the leading coefficient is negative and the degree is odd. Here's one important tip to remember about these. Think of the left side as a mirror of the right side, okay? If the line is falling, it will be rising, and if it is rising, it will be falling according to the end behavior and what side is on. And here's a real world example of it. Just imagine, if you were in the Missouri and you see the Gateway Arch, but while staring at it, you wonder, what is its rising and fall? So you put a similar shape on Desmos. This helps you see it falls to the left and rises to the right, allowing you to know it would have a negative leading coefficient and even degree. And this can also help with projects such as architecture and things. Fun fact, the Gateway Arch is built to withstand earthquakes and high winds. The monument was designed to stay up to 18 inches, and it has swayed 1.5 inches when subjected to 50 miles per hour winds. Here's a quick gameplay break. I'll only play about half of this clip, maybe 30 seconds.
I'm flanking.
Reloading. For you.
Ready? Let's go.
One enemy remaining.
Just be careful peeking that. Nah.
Enemy spotted B. There.
120.
Reloading. One enemy remaining.
Okay, time to move on to the next part of the lesson. Lesson 9, End Behaviors, Part 2. This will be a very quick lesson since we already covered mostly every single part 1. Just remember your fundamentals. That if the degree is even, the leading coefficient is positive. it will rise to the left and rise to the right. If the degree is even and the leading coefficient is negative, it will fall to the left and fall to the right. If your degree is odd and your leading coefficient is positive, it falls to the left while rising to the right. If your degree is odd while your leading coefficient is negative, it will rise to the left and fall to the right. I would like you to describe these graphs, like how these graphs will look while only being able to see the functions. First function, y equals negative 3x. Second function, y equals negative 6x to the second power plus 4x minus 9. And a third function, y equals 9x to the third plus x squared minus 4x plus 5. I'll give you a second to solve these. Well, you done yet? Let's go over all of these one by one. First function, negative 3x, is currently rising to the left while falling to the right because it has an odd degree, which is 1, having a negative leading coefficient. Second degree, second function, y equals negative 6x squared plus 4x minus 9, has a... Give me a second, please, to figure this out for myself, too. Okay, so it looks like it has a falling left side while having a falling right side because it has a negative coefficient while having an even degree, meaning both sides will fall. And for the last function, we can see that it is rising to the left, falling to the left while rising to the right, because it has an odd degree while maintaining a positive leading coefficient. Now here's a real world example of how we can use these polynomials in everyday life. Imagine you had to explain a crack in your wall to a blind contractor in order to get it fixed. And it's from the middle of your wall to the far ends of it, from the left to the right. In order to describe this crack to him, you would have to make a polynomial function and describe the end term of the line in order to get this solved. And here's a fun fact about cracks. Cracks can often form due to the natural movements of buildings due to temperature or humidity changes. Thanks for your time. Here's some more
Very
Valorant
slow.
clips.
Let's just play them out. They're coming. Let's push your ass.
One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining.
Let's go!
Still waiting.
Nice. I'm fucking
Crazy,
low.
you're better than me.
Retire.
They're coming in.
The Viper.
Now the EA, hop
So
off
watch
Fortnite.
to your right.
I'm not gonna hop on
A little bit more.
Having their vision.
Fuck.
Nice, nice.
Sage.
İyi geceler.
Get that shit, Sage.
One enemy remaining.
After that, I think we should finish the other one that we skipped over a while ago. Let's find it. Boop. Here it is. We left off at 20 seconds.
They're playing really slow. Right here, Sage.
Dude, this is you got a pet over there.
I threw on that one.
Tip. Last player standing. Bring them down. One enemy remaining.
Thank you, sir.
Mark 3.
I'm literally
Where?
just in the bag right now.
What the fuck?
Complete.
Please.
Enemy down.
Give me a fade.
You trying to hop on Fortnite?
Did I?
Fade.
Team Ace.
It's a churro
Sleep.
Sage, and then res our bodies.
I know exactly where.
Nice.
One enemy remaining.
To like lock in. Oh shit, I'm dead.
Satchel out.
I get it.
Goodbye. Marked one.
Like I'll bait him for you. Come with me, Sage. Oh fuck. Get him, Sage.
Get back. One. Reloading. Spike planted. Ah be abi. Last player standing.
Have your ult.
That makes.
Where the fuck did she go?
Well, thanks for watching my video, guys. Tune in next time for more lessons in Valorant gameplay. Thank you.